wasn't gonna come off with this, but I hate this. You don't realize how old you look till you start looking at yourself, man. Look at that sagging ass eye. I'm staring at the market too damn much. I've reached the age now where 43 years old, man. So the other day I was having trouble reading things, man. Like I have to give the kids medicine. I finally accepted the fact that I need reading glasses, man. It's happened. Um, some things are inevitable, man. Some things we just can't change. Age, father time catches us all. Is it father time or mother time? Father time. Um, anyways, I wanted to jump in real quick. I was, discussing some stocks with some people. I haven't been on here for a while, so I apologize for that. There's times where I'm just so damn busy at the shop, and then I'm doing stocks and other things that I'm like, man, what can I really offer you guys that's gonna help? So that's why I haven't really been on. There's not been a lot. A lot of the plays I see have been those quick in and out. So by the time I say something about it and post a video and you watch it, you'll probably buy in and it'll fall down. So, got to learn how to read those things on your own, man, for sure. Read charts, volume, all that stuff. This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, so don't base anything I say at these videos. I'm just doing it for pure entertainment purposes only. Want to jump in real quick. Really learn. I've been learning more on the calls and options. Hit a couple calls on GameStop. I started, looking at the stocks that I've been looking at for years, and you kind of get an idea of how the chart works, and started messing with calls on those. So it's been successful as far as that goes, but I'm now that I'm saying it's successful, I'll probably lose all sorts of money on calls and options. So, but I was talking to someone who was asking me, not just me specifically, but people, where or how to start, investing and whatnot. And I started thinking, when I first started, I think the best way to learn is self-education. You're going to learn the hard way. Most of us are hard-headed and have to learn the hard way. AMC, you know what I mean? For me. But the one thing I will say about AMC, it drew me into the market, and it made me learn other aspects of the market. So yeah, AMC sucks. It messed me up, but still got a little piece of shares there, just in the high hopes that it might do something. Because I know for sure if I sold everything, it would probably squeeze. So I still got AMC shares, but I'm a lot less hopeful. I understand why so many YouTubers now have gone through this process of saying like, damn, okay, maybe it's time to keep moving forward. So speaking of that, obviously there's a lot of quick runners, a lot of good plays. But what I've learned over the time is a lot of the stocks that I was in and out of quick and made a few $100 or $100 or $50, $20, $500, whatever the case is. And I thought I was excited about it. Now I'm looking back at those stocks now and looking at them. And if I would have kept that position and held, I'm up thousands. So I look at stocks like SoundHound. The first time I alerted it was like $1. Sold out of that around 8, and bought back in later. BBAI, C3AI, all these things that have gone up and down. C3AI is probably not a good example. That one's not good. What was the other one? URGN, EE. There's plenty of stocks that I've jumped in and out of that I look back on now and thinking, man, I should have stayed in. So that's kind of where I'm at now. Most of the stocks I'm at are long-term holds. I do play around and lose some money here and there and gain some money here and there. Notice I said lose first, because when you start chasing those penny stocks, a lot of times, it's hard. I have had some good luck with BNAI, IBRX, things like that. But a person, I got to go back, man. I'll be getting sidetracked. A person was asking what the best stocks were to jump into. And I thought to myself, if I had the knowledge that I know now in the beginning, I would have definitely just jumped mainly into ETFs, boring, slow-moving stocks. Of course, you find stocks throughout time over, Reddit or Facebook or YouTube or through a buddy or whatever that you hear that are good stocks, and you buy into them and they make some money here and there. But in the very beginning, if I could have thrown everything I threw into meme stocks and shit coins and whatnot, if I could have thrown it all into the SPY, into VU, into like NASDAQ even, Triple Q, things like that, I think, it's boring, it's not as fun, but they're solid. And then I could have played around with other stocks after I put my core into there. I would definitely say, and this is not financial advice again, but I would definitely say it's smart to set up a Roth IRA, even a managed account, and then really be careful with those penny stocks and chasing those daily movers. You know what I mean? You go into those daily movers and it's like, oh, I should have caught this one or that one. There has been plenty of stocks that have been in those daily movers that I had sold though back in the day, like I said, like HCTI or I don't know. That's just the one that comes up to my head recently. That maybe I bought a year ago or 2 years ago and sold, and now it's boom. So like I look at things like that. Obviously, like Celestica, someone alerted me here on YouTube, and it was real good for me, but I wound up selling that recently, and I think I got out at a good time. There is stocks like that, maybe like 2 or 3 year holds or a year hold or a few month hold. But for the most part, if you can get into buying stocks that you can hold for 10, 20, 30 years, man, I don't think you'll regret it. Obviously, if you have to have the money that's coming in to be able to afford that, there's always an opportunity to find quick jumpers, play around stocks. But yeah, one I had just gotten into was EE, an energy company, and I had an instinct that pulled me into that one. No other reason, no research, no nothing. I bought into it, and it jumped up. I think I bought in at maybe like $5 a share. It jumped up to like 40 something dollars a share. I just recently sold that one, but now that I sold all the shares, which I probably shouldn't have, and I keep looking at it like I keep going back to it, like looking at my ex's old pictures, like why'd I leave you? But yeah. There's a lot of good information out there and there's a lot of bad information. You just got to learn to separate it. You're going to go through hardships, especially if you're new to trading or you're looking for the quick hits like AMC. I still believe GameStop. Now, AMC, it's hard for me to believe anything in AMC anymore. That's kind of where I'm at with that one. I've still got shares, like I said, but damn. You know what I mean? Moving on from that, GameStop, I believe, is on its way to... And that's the one I was talking about, options. I've been playing options on GameStop because I've been watching it for so damn long. You can almost kind of, not like, you don't really have to be that smart if you've been watching it long enough. You kind of know how it moves. So got some options on that. Just pulled out of today. I also got like an option for, it's like 6 months down the road, early June, for like the $35 range, I believe, something like that. So a couple of little things I'm playing, but the options, definitely new to it. So if you got any information, let me know. But yeah, I think long-term holds, learning options, and not just reckless options is going to help you make more money. It's not financial advice, and there's no guarantee. You might just lose hella money doing that. I don't know. But for me personally, yeah, when I began, just going back to the conversation where someone was asking a community, asking what they should start investing into, they're new to trading. That's my first thoughts. Safe, boring, put a lump sum, maybe your tax returns, throw it all in there, put it on like an app that you're not going to use. Like, let's say you throw it on Webull and you throw it in there, get some that are going to make money back, pay dividends and have them dividends kick right back in. Also, I set, I've done this before. I set some up on an app and set it up for like a weekly deposit for each one of those stocks, even if it's $1, $5, $6, $10, and it goes into there weekly. I don't have the app. It alerts me in my email, and hey, check it in 20 years. Because if you have it on your main app, your main broker, and you're looking at it every day, it can drive you crazy, Or you get into a bind, like, I got to get my brakes fixed on my car. Oh, I got $2,000 here. I'll just pull it out. It's cool you have it there, but then all of a sudden your long term, you got to look out for the old man version of yourself, or woman, or man, woman. I don't know, whatever you are, whatever you identify as, it's all good. But you got to look out for the older version of you. So that's it, man. I just wanted to jump in and say that. I will come with another video. I'll jump in on live. I'm going to go and look at some of my quick runners that I got. I'll jump in another video with that. I'm not really prepared for it. I wasn't even prepared for this. I just jumped in on live, and I'm always at the shop. I'm always working. Got a little one. One of my kids is sick, and I stayed home with them today. So, they passed out on the couch, and I'm being a boring ass dad talking about stock market shit. So, all right, man. Thanks for tuning in. Tips are appreciated. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, Joan, what is it? Joan Viscara, what's up, man? How's it going? Lewis, what's up? Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, have a good day. Be blessed and skipper soon. Peace.